Siddiqui and Kartikeya Sinha, and I do understand that it was a really long wait for all of you guys, but we are back like just as we promised. It's RCB versus the Rajasthan Royals at the Chennaswamy Stadium. It was raining cats and dogs for quite a while over there, and you could see that there was a problem over there since it was quite damp over there, and the umpires, the match officials did give it a look and finally came to an agreement after 3.5 hours that the game will be now contested between the two for 5 overs each. So the two batsmen that are in the crease right now are Virat Kohli and Parthiv Patel. Let me just inform you once again, it was Steve Smith who won the toss for Rajasthan Royals as he elected to field first. So the news from the centre is that it is RCB who's batting first after Rajasthan won the toss. It has been a really long wait, but thank you for joining in for two sports flashes once again. It was a heavy torrential rain over there because of the reason the hurricane, because of which quite a few people were having quite problems over there, and this is just in that tomorrow there's another game between Chennai Super Kings versus Delhi Capital, which has to be taking place at Chennai, so that game might be under danger as well. But the good news for cricket fans is that the game has begun between the Royal Challengers Bangalore and Rajasthan Royals, and a minor change in the opening pair is Virat Kohli, not with Parthiv Patel. It's Virat Kohli along with AB de Villiers who is opening the innings for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. 3, 2, 1, here we go. It's a 5 over game each. First ball about to be bowled, and it's Varun Aaron as Virat Kohli goes for the really big shot, and he strikes a 6 on the very first delivery. So that's exactly what the Royal Challengers Bangalore fans were waiting for. Sheer entertainment. I know their wait was long, but it might just turn out to be in favour of them, because there will be crackers all around the park. A beautiful shot inside out played by Virat Kohli. It goes over the fence, and a bright start for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. And it's Kartikeya Sinha who has now joined me at the Cricket Lounge. Welcome, Kartikeya.
Thank you, Wali, and finally we have some cricket in Bangalore. 6 on the first ball from Kohli now, and outside edge. Over third man for another 6. Would you believe it? Kohli's batting at a strike rate of 600, 2 sixes in a row. First over the bowler's head, and now over third man off the outside edge. And RCB certainly have come out all guns blazing. They know that they can still mathematically qualify for the playoffs, but for that they'll have to register big wins, and other results will have to go their way as well. But right now it's Virat Kohli. He's come out in a no-nonsense mood, and Varun Aaron has been treated to a couple of 6s straight away.
Brilliant shots by Virat Kohli. The first one was in control. The second one, though, it wasn't under control, but he went for it really hard, and Varun Aaron, with the pace that he usually bowls at, it will go over the boundary lines. There is a bit of discussion going on between Steve Smith and Varun Aaron deciding about the field. And if you look at the field, there are quite a few people inside the ring, only 2 outside, and there's already a problem with the ball. The umpires seem to have it in their hands right now, but what a phenomenal start. It was a long wait, 3.5 hours you guys had to wait, but finally we get to watch some cricket. 5 overs each, and it will be RCB who's batting first.
Absolutely, so that's the revised playing condition. 5 overs each, and only 1 over per bowler. That's for sure. The power play will be I think for the first couple of overs. I'm just going to confirm that for you. And but though right now, what a start this for Royal Challengers Bangalore. Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers have come out to open, so that's clear intentions from RCB to go on and get a big score on the remaining in the 5 overs that they have. Varun Aaron has been treated to a couple of 6s already. Will it be 3 in a row as Varun Aaron charges in? Now again to Kohli over the wicket, in swinging delivery in line with the pads, and worked away towards square leg. And a rare single so far with AB de Villiers now on strike. This will be very interesting how AB goes on by the business, because they only have 30 deliveries. They want to put on about 60 or a 70 run target on the board for the Rajasthan Royals. Will that happen? We'll have to wait and see. We are at the Chennaswamy Stadium. It is a venue where you have a lot of runs, a lot of 6s. So will be interesting what AB de Villiers can do as now. Varun Aaron will be up against Mr. 360. Mid-off, mid-on, square leg, extra cover, backward point, third man, all in the 30-yard circle, a deep point, and a fine leg patrolling the boundary rope. As now AB de Villiers goes for the shot outside edge. and they'll run away towards third man for 4.
So another boundary, 2 sixes, a boundary and a single coming off this over. 17 runs so far, 2 more deliveries remain to be bowled by Varun Aaron. It is turning out to be an expensive over and RCB won't mind. And you can just look at it, Karthik, it's a completely different ball game now, and it's Rajasthan Royals who are completely under pressure. Had it been a 20 over game, they would have been in control, thinking that they have the winning momentum in hand. But at this stage, it's RCB who will make the most of it, knowing that they're completely out of the tournament.
Absolutely, and well, not completely. Well, mathematically, they can still qualify. As I said earlier, we were reading all those permutations and combinations. All the remaining 6 teams can still qualify, although the others have a better chances. Now, AB goes big towards deep mid-wicket. There is a fielder out there at the boundary rope. And by the time Ajinkya Rahane can get there and fire into throw, another couple of runs here for RCB and AB de Villiers. De Villiers moves up to 6 of 2 deliveries. It's 19 for no loss within over number 1. And what a start this has been for RCB. Looking worried already, Stephen Smith.
A brilliant start by the RCB batsman over there, AB de Villiers and Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli is on 13 of just 3 deliveries with a strike rate of 433, while AB de Villiers is on 6 of 2 with a strike rate of 300. So a perfect start for them, and they would not want to stop. I think they would be eyeing something over 70-75 in the 5 overs play, and that would definitely put Rajasthan Royals under loads and loads of pressure. They have Liam Livingston on the other end, who will be opening the batting alongside Ajinkya Rahane. And the sad news is that they do not have Ben Stokes or Jofra Archer, who are known for the big hitting, so that might cost them today.
Absolutely, and we had so much rain coming in at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium, but obviously the sub-air system, the drainage system that is here, that's allowed us to finally get a game underway. And Zero Tech tuning in, thank you very much, brother, for the comment and the compliment. As now, final delivery to be bowled. Super soppers were also used. A lot of water pumped out of the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium, and well, we had a bit of a delay because of some wet patches on the pitch, and blow dryers were used to get that sorted. And after 2 inspections, we finally had this start of play. It's 19 for no loss, RCB, as Varun Aaron bowls the final delivery of the over to AB de Villiers. De Villiers has hit that. Has he got enough? 1 bounce and into the fence for 4 towards deep mid-wicket. Picked up the gap between mid-wicket and long on to AB de Villiers into the cow corner. 23 of the first over.
Well, you could only feel sorry for the bowler, and had this been a 20 over game, then there would have been much more respect shown towards Varun Aaron. But since it's a 5 over game, I do not understand why batsmen can't go with a similar approach in a T20 game, because if you do that, you'll be invincibles. But it's 23 for no loss after 1 over. Virat Kohli is on 13 of 3 deliveries. AB de Villiers has struck 2 boundaries as well. He's on 10 of 3 deliveries, and Bangalore have got the ideal start in the very first over.
Well, they've got AB de Villiers and Virat Kohli all guns blazing at the moment, as now the score 23 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of over number 1. 13 for Virat Kohli, 10 for AB de Villiers. Couple of sixes for the captain and a couple of boundaries for ABD, and that's the kind of start that they would have wanted. Well, they won the toss, the Rajasthan Royals, electing to bowl first, and then they had that 3-hour delay. And should the captains be given another chance now? Now, with the changed conditions, do you want to still bowl or do you want to bat now?
Well, first and foremost, I think a valid point was made over here by one of our cricket experts, suggesting that the law should be different. If there has been rain, I think the toss should be redone, because the approach is completely different when it's a 20 over game. The approach is completely different when it's a 5 over game, and I think the advantage will be with the team who's batting first, because if they score beyond 75-80, then you have put the second team under pressure. So I think RCB are in the perfect mood as of now. And it's Shreyas Gopal now, the man who dismissed both AB de Villiers and Virat Kohli in the previous game. Will he be able to do it once again?
Well, that's the contest we've been waiting for 3 hours, and it's finally here. Shreyas Gopal and Virat Kohli. And Kohli says, welcome, slogs him over long on for a maximum. This is Kohli territory. This is the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium. And 29 now for no loss. 6 of the very first delivery. Azad Singh and Sunny Tharwar, welcome to Cricket Lounge and Sports Flashes. And Virat Kohli has started in a flashy manner. 3 sixes for him already.
That was as clean as a whistle. The bat didn't swivel at all. Middle of the bat, Shreyas Gopal being put on the pressure. Second delivery being bowled by Gopal, and that's another good shot. This time it'll be a boundary, and Virat Kohli is breathing fire right now. He's on 23 of just 5 deliveries. We were talking about Hardik Pandya smashing the fastest 50 of this season. Well, that might change very quickly.
Absolutely. Virat Kohli has come out and he knows that they need a few runs quickly first of all, and if they can win by a good margin here, that'll do their net run rate a world of good, which is struggling for RCB. They win both their games, and then apart from that, when they have others losing and a few results going their way, they may still have an outside chance of qualifying for the playoffs. But right now they will be focusing on this contest. 5 deliveries and 23 for Virat Kohli. Make that 6 deliveries and 27. No, excellent diving effort there by Steven Smith, but it will be a couple of runs. So 6 deliveries and 25 for Virat Kohli. 35 for no loss RCB after 1.3 overs. 12 of this over of the first 3 deliveries.
And that was rushing to another boundary, but I think it was Livingston who was at long on. Good fielding effort there, and Virat Kohli was clearly disappointed that he wasn't able to get that boundary. So as you can see, we were talking about Andre Russell, we were talking about Hardik Pandya, but when Virat Kohli does get into the groove, he can do the big hitting as well. And Khalid Memon thinks that it'll be 100 that RCB will score. Well, that looks like a tough task, but you never know. It might be possible. Virat Kohli, the man on strike once again. He struck big. Will it be a catch? Yes, he is dismissed. A catch taken by Liam Livingston. And Shreyas Gopal, what does he do? He just takes the wicket of Virat Kohli once again.
And but that had to happen. Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers came out to open, and obviously they wanted to go on and get going from the word go. Once again, a shot from Virat Kohli against the turn with the bottom hand and not getting in the middle of the bat, and taken at long on by Liam Livingston. So 35 for 1. Virat Kohli 25 of just 7 deliveries. If all batsmen could bat at that rate, they'd certainly go on and cross that 100-run mark, which Khalid Memon wants RCB to cross.
And MD Ronnie is quite disappointed that Virat Kohli has lost his wicket, but I think he has done his job over here. He had nothing to lose, and literally his team has nothing to lose at the moment. It's 35 for 1, and yes, we can see a discontent over there, Mohammad Ronnie. Khalid Memon saying that every man needs to hit the ball today. Well, that is the plan. Mohsin Mansoori is saying that RR will advantage batting second in the shortened game. Well, I think it might be a different game for RR if RCB do go on to score 75-80, then it will be really difficult, especially with the kind of bowlers that they have. They will be having Marcus Stoinis. I think he'll bowl a few overs, and we'll just have to wait and watch. Meanwhile, the score is 35 for 1. It's AB de Villiers who will now be on strike. He's on 10 of 3 deliveries, 2 boundaries on his belt. The last wicket to go was Virat Kohli. He played a trailblazing knock of 25 of just 7 deliveries.
Well, Kohli's fun comes to an end. He started off in the flashy manner. Of the 7 deliveries that he faced, 1 he was dismissed for, and then he's got 3 sixes. AB now, Skies was in the air. There's a fielder getting underneath it and taken by Riyad Parag, and AB de Villiers is gone now for 10. 2 big wickets in 2 overs for Rajasthan Royals, and it's first Virat and now AB that are back in the hut.
And this is the 3rd time Shreyas Gopal has done it. He had dismissed Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers in the last season as well. He had done it this season as well in the first game, in the first fixture, and he has done it once again. So he has dismissed AB de Villiers and Virat Kohli in one match on 3 separate occasions, and what a bowler this guy is turning out to be. It's 35 for 2. The gun players of RCB are now back to the hut. AB de Villiers scored 10, while Virat Kohli scored 25 of 7, and Bangalore, well, they shouldn't mind. They should just attack each and every ball that they get.
He's on a hat-trick now is Shreyas Gopal. Marcus Stoinis is out there. We got Jaya Singh Kashyap supporting Rajasthan Royals. Rane and Smith will excel with the bat, says Mohsin Mansoori. Vishnu Kumar, who comes in next. Well, we've got Marcus Stoinis to come out and replace Virat Kohli. We're waiting for the confirmation as to who's come off to go on and replace AB de Villiers. Dr. Gangwal, thank you very much, sir. And once again, absolutely love it that you're tuning in from Dubai. Dr. Arvind Gangwal, and hats off to their patience. Well, I think it's the players who will have to be more patient than the supporters or even us, because we've just been sat in an AC box chilling, talking with each other, having a gala time, while the anxious wait for them to get out on the field. 1.5 overs, 35 for 2, Jaya. That's the score as now.
Oh my God, that's a hat-trick.
Oh yes, it is.
Another wicket, and that's Marcus Stoinis who falls as Shreyas Gopal has taken a hat-trick. 3 and 3. He first got the wicket of Virat Kohli. It was followed by AB de Villiers' wicket, and then it's Marcus Stoinis to depart, and this man is having a legendary IPL at the moment.
Hat-trick there for Shreyas Gopal. Stoinis going for that drive in the air, and Smith, the fielder, extra cover. He was never going to drop his countryman, that was for sure. And disappointment there for Marcus Stoinis. Henrik Larsson was the man who came out to replace AB de Villiers. Now the process, and once again, one goes, another one comes back, the other goes, another one comes back, and now it's third wicket down, 2 overs gone, 35 for 3. The bubble has suddenly bursted for Royal Challengers Bangalore, and the wickets, Jaya, have been Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers and Marcus Stoinis. These are the 3 men that have been dismissed for Royal Challengers Bangalore. 35 for 3 after 2 overs. A hat-trick for Shreyas Gopal. Gave 12 in his first 3 deliveries, and then picked up 3 wickets in the next 3. I think any bowler would be like, fine, you can take 12 of the first 3 as long as I get a hat-trick in the latter half of the over.
Well, a brilliant spell so far. In fact, that will be the only over that Shreyas Gopal will bowl, and I think he'll be thanking the rain gods, because if it hadn't been for them, then I don't think this hat-trick would have been possible. But a phenomenal over by Shreyas Gopal. 3 wickets, 12 runs, 1 over being bowled by him. RCB now have lost all the 3 big stars. 35 for 3. Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers, Marcus Stoinis all back in the hut. It's Gurkirat Singh Mann and Henrik Larsson, South African international, who now steps in to the crease, and there was a collision between Larsson and Sanju Samson, but he's made it, and he's also a really good he's also a really big hitter of the ball, is Henrik Larsson, so do not undermine him at all. It's 37 for 3, a few lusty blows, and the score will be quite decent for RCB.
Absolutely. Just a quick reminder, it's a 5-over game, 5 overs per side, and 1 over, 12 runs, 3 wickets, including a hat-trick for Shreyas Gopal. That's been the highlight of this contest. Riyan Parag, the youngster who got Rajasthan Royals almost to victory. In the end, they did win that game. Now bowling over number 3, and he's conceded 2 runs on the first 2 deliveries through towards the backward square leg. Will be very, very interesting now as to what can Gurkirat and Henrik Larsson do for Royal Challengers Bangalore. Single there of the second delivery now brings Gurkirat Singh on strike, and he enjoyed that. Then Shreyas Gopal ran away like Imran Tahir after scoring a goal in the injury time of a World Cup final. As a footballer, you'd run away to the corner, go mad in celebrations. That's what he did. I think allowed to do so, picking up a hat-trick in such a game. And Shreyas Gopal now will be replaced by Riyan Parag, who's bowling the third delivery, slightly shortish, pushed away towards square leg, and once again a couple of runs here, this time for Gurkirat, and the score moves up to 40 for 1 after 2.3 overs.
Mohsin Mansuri is saying that hope RC performance will not affect Kohli's captaincy at the World Cup. Well, do not worry, Mohsin Mansuri will be well, and he'll be surrounded by quality players in the Indian cricket team.
He'll be with Mahendra Singh Dhoni, so 90% of
not
his troubles are gone.
Not a cheap man from behind the
Yes,
stumps.
absolutely. So 90% of his troubles will be gone the moment he gets to the India colours with My Bhai behind him.
And that's a top edge. Will that go to a boundary, or will that be taken? I think that will go to, yes, and that's another boundary for RCB, and not the intended target. Gurkirat Singh was eyeing the mid-wicket region, but a top edge, it went behind the wicket-keeper's head, and that's another boundary. Now the score is a 44 for 3. Though the wickets might be falling, the runs are also coming for the Royal Challengers Bangalore, and that is quite good news for them.
I think, in a shortened version of this contest already, T20 is a shortened version, and then you get a super shortened version of 5 fives per side, so you have to go after every delivery. That's what they're doing. They've lost 3 wickets, but the score has raced away to 44 for RCB. As now Mandeep goes, in fact Gurkirat goes for another big heave. There's a player getting underneath it, and that's gone. Riyan Parag strikes as he does a traditional dance, and it's 44 for 4 now on RCB. All the players perishing in the effort to try and score big and score quickly. Well, they have to do that, but in the end it will be another wicket here, and RR is what Jaya Singh Kashyap is supporting, as we've got China Style also saying RCB will win today, as now Riyan, after that hat-trick from Shreyas Gopal, it's another spinner who has struck. Gurkirat Singh gone for 6 of 3.
44 for 4, another wicket falls for RCB. And if we talk about the batting lineup, we'll just give a look. It's Henrik Larsson who will be facing the strike. He's on 3 of 2 deliveries, and the batsman to come, Partha Patel, so he can hit a few as well. The good news for them is that Partha Patel is still there in the ranks, and he does know how to target the spinners, so that might be a good move It's 44 for 4 in 2.5 overs. And do you think it was a wrong decision by not promoting Parthiv Patel given the kind of form that he was in, Karthikeyan, instead of AB de Villiers?
Well, I think he wouldn't have given the start that AB and Virat gave, that's for sure. You know, he wouldn't be hitting all those sixes that these two did. But now, well, can Parthiv, who has come out to bat with Henrik Klaasen, can he make a difference? 3 overs gone, it's 44 for 4. 2 overs remaining. What will be the score, guys? All of you tuning in, give us your predictions. At the moment, it's 44 for 4 after 3 overs with Henrik Klaasen and Parthiv Patel out there in the middle for Royal Challengers Bangalore. I'd say from here on, the score will get to about 68. That's my prediction. Well, yours?
I think it'll be 64.
Ooh.
I'll give it a 64. And if you look at the current run rate, it's 15 runs per over. And that is quite great for RCB, but they've lost 4 big wickets over here. 45 for 4 in 3 overs. And this is the penultimate over. For those of you who have joined in late, it was raining for 3.5 hours at the Chinnaswamy, because of which the game was delayed. The umpires made a decision that it will be a 5-over game. So this is the second last over of the game. It's of the first innings, in fact. 45 for 4. And it's Henrik Klaasen who will take strike. Shreyas Gopal bowled 1 over, conceded 12 runs, took 3 wickets, took a hat-trick in fact. And it's Jaydev Unadkat, is it? Yes, it's Jaydev Unadkat who now comes in, bowls the first delivery. Henrik Klaasen guides it towards long on and takes a single as he gives Parthiv Patel the strike.
And we've got now Henrik Klaasen. If Umesh gives his bat, he can give 44 in 1 over, but he needs to do the real hard work for that, says Jitendra Sharma. Jitendra, I love that. Brother, how are you? As Shlok Gupta along with Mohammad Sharif and Naresh Dogra all tuning in. Tenzin says 72 will be the score for Royal Challengers Bangalore. Raisul Jami says 85 and Naresh Dogra says 70 is all your predictions. Do let them come in. And Mohsen Mansoori says minimum 100 runs should be a respectable score. Well, I doubt they can get to 100 here with 11 balls remaining, Mohsen. But we'll have to wait and say as Unadkat now balls. Parthiv pole, stop edge, overshot fine leg. Will it go all the way? One bounce and into the fine leg fence for 4. Boundary here for Parthiv Patel. He moves on to 4, opens his account. 50 up on the board for RCB's 50 for 4. As Love Patel says 65, Aditya Kumar says 78. That's the prediction coming in from you guys.
Well, it wasn't the most conventional of shots. It took a top edge as Unadkat rolled his fingers. It was a slower delivery, but effective it was for RCB. Another boundary. It's now the 50 is finally up for RCB for 3.2 overs. 4 wickets have been lost. Jaydev Unadkat will be bowling the 3rd delivery of his over. 50 for 4 in 3.2 overs. And as he rushes in, he bowls it slightly over pitch, but a good shot by Parthiv Patel as he smashes it 1 over long on. But there is a fielder, so will they scamper for 2? Well, they do. It's 52 for 4 after 3.3 overs. Good running between the wicket by the 2 batsmen.
The first 9 deliveries, RCB scored 35 runs. That was 1.3 overs, 35 for no loss. And from then, it's become 3.3 overs. That's another 12 deliveries, and they've scored 17 of the next 10. So that tells you it's been a game of 2 halves so far. And just saying the match today is for 5 overs because it did not start at this time that it was supposed to. Intended time of 8 p.m. There was rain, and after continuous rain and then start-stop rain, we finally started the game at 11:26 p.m. Indian time. That's why it's been reduced to 5 overs a side. This is over number 4, 52 for 4. As now Parthiv cuts one away over backward point. Long chase for the sweeper cover fielder. Excellent effort there. It's Ajinkya Rahane, the man of all season, puts in a dive and certainly saves a couple of runs for his side, does the Jinx, as the score moves on to 54 for 4.
Good feeling over there by Ajinkya Rahane, and every run matters when the game is shortened to 5 to an extent that it's gone to 5 overs. Brilliant effort on the field by Ajinkya Rahane. It's now 54 for 4 and 3.4 overs and 2 more deliveries remaining. The current run rate is of 14.73. I'm sure RCB will be eyeing that 70-run mark. Will they be able to get it? Well, Parthiv Patel and Henrik Klaasen will be the key for it, but I think more importantly it'll be Parthiv Patel with the kind of form he is in who will be the key guy. But a good delivery over here, a slower delivery bowled outside the off stump. Parthiv Patel failed to make the connection as he went for the big 6 over mid-wicket, and it's a dot ball. I think that has to be the very first dot ball, though there were wickets in tandem as well, but this has to be the first dot in which a wicket hasn't fallen. So you can see all sorts of action happening over here at the Chinnaswamy. 54 for 4 and 3.5. Final delivery to be bowled by Jaydev Unadkat. He's gone for 9 runs and I'm sure he'll be quite pleased with it.
Oh, certainly. Him along with Steven Smith and every Rajasthan Royals fan will be pleased with the fact that he's just given away 9 runs in that over, which he did concede a boundary. And I've got Rahul Karn asking, is there any chance for RCB to get to the playoffs? Mathematically, they can. There are permutation and combinations which will take them to the playoffs. They need to win both their games, first of all with big margins, and they hope that the two teams that are on 12 points each lose both their games, and the teams that are on 10 points each don't win more than one game, and then the losses come in with the heavy run rate, so that their run rate is also good and they get there. But it's a very, very slim chance, to be honest, but mathematically still possible. As now Parthiv Patel scoops and taken at short fine leg. Another wicket gone. 54 for 5 after end of 4 overs, and Jaydev Unadkat not just gives away only 9 runs but picks up a wicket as well.
He went for the paddle, did Parthiv Patel, but there was a fielder, O'Shane Thomas, who was standing at short fine leg, and he didn't even need to move a muscle as it was heading towards him. A comfortable catch taken by the big West Indian. 54 for 5. Half the team is out, but they would not mind because it's either hit out or get out, quite literally, because they just have another over remaining. 54 for 5, and if 15 to 16 runs do come over here, I think RCB will be quite happy with the way that things have gone for them.
Jatinder Sharma, who tunes in from Canada every game, says if RR wins this one, they must win the next one and make it to the playoffs. Otherwise, they don't have to play with R, as in the RCB fans' emotions in this game. They don't have the right to play. That's the way you see it. But I think RR fans would certainly want to take it one game at a time. Let's win today and then go on and see the next one, while RCB will be hoping the same. Let's get over the line today and then we'll see what happens. As now, final over will be bowled by O'Shane Thomas. As he starts off with a no ball, Hendrick goes for a big hit, swing and a miss there, and it will be a no ball. That means a free hit. First of all, a single added. That takes the score to 55 for 5. And now a free hit for Hendrick Klassen. Mohsin Mansoori, thank you so much, brother. I'm glad that you're enjoying the coverage. Was a tight no ball though, Wally, but obviously the line belongs to the umpire.
And you can see how devastated Steve Smith was over there, because it's a game of fine margins. We do talk about it, but when the game is shortened even more, then each and every decision that you make on the field will result in a big will result in something big. And it's over here. It's a free hitter, and Klassen goes for the big heave over, long on, but the fielder collects it on one bounce, so couldn't capitalize on the free hit. Did Henry Klassen. Steve Smith will now be relieved that nothing much happened over here. It's 56 for 5 after 4.1 overs. A decent start by O'Shane Thomas in spite of bowling the no ball. And SP Tiwari is here with us.
He's asking how long or how many overs is this match for. It's 5 overs per side, Mr. Tiwari, 5 overs each, and this is the final over of RCB's innings. 4.1 overs gone. It's 56 for 5. And Aditya Kumar, thank you so much. I'm glad you're enjoying the coverage. Now, Steven Smith looking like a very busy man. He wants to make sure that they don't get to that 70 odd run mark, because then it will be a bit of a pressure, psychological, on this team and the run chase. We've got Jethram, who tunes in from Pakistan. Very warm welcome. Hi sir, Kohli's team out of the tournament now soon. Well, if they don't win today, Jethramji, they will be gone. That's for sure. Even if it was a washout and they only got to 1 point, that was the end of it. They have to win both their matches and hope that other results go their way for them to have that slim chance of qualifying to the playoffs. And as now goes for the big heave, does the batsman Pawan Negi, but they'll steal a bye as the ball goes away towards the wicketkeeper. More importantly for RCB, it's Hendrik Klassen who's now on the strike, the South African. 57 for 5. Klassen goes for the big heave. It's in the air. Player at covers getting underneath it. Will this be taken? Yes, it will be. Another wicket down here, and it's 57 for 6 right now. And well, after a great start where they got 35 runs in the first 9 deliveries, they haven't been able to get another 35 in the remaining of RCB.
57 for 6, and you can see some dull faces at the Chinnaswamy. They wanted their team to do quite well over here. It started off terrifically well for them. Virat Kohli smashing 25 runs in that first over of Varun Aaron, then smashing a big 6 to Shreyas Gopal on the very next over, and ever since Shreyas Gopal got that hat-trick, it's been looking quite difficult at the moment for RCB. 57 for 6, 3 deliveries remain. They want 3 boundaries at any cost in order to intimidate their opponents. Otherwise, it's Rajasthan Royals, who would be quite pleased with how the proceedings have gone. Mohsin Mansari is also saying that RCB have lost momentum and initial advantage. Well, I do feel that, but that's a boundary, and the score now reaches to 61, and that's a much needed boundary, Karthik, for RCB.
Absolutely, RCB must be thinking, like I said, by hook or by crook, beg, borrow, steal, it doesn't matter how they come from. Shortest delivery from O'Shane Thomas. Negi went for the pull, got the top edge, and the ball sailed over the keeper's head. 1 bounce, 2 bounce, and into the side screen behind the batsman. And that will be a boundary. Well, they'll be happy to collect such boundaries for the remainder of the deliveries as long as they keep coming. O'Shane Thomas could only laugh it off. Unlucky for him. Could have been a fine nick and straight down the keeper's throat. But no, that went over the keeper's head. Final 2 deliveries remaining at 61 for the loss of 6 wickets at the moment are Royal Challengers Bangalore. They need 9 to get to that 70-run mark. My prediction was 68. Wally was 64. And all of you who had predicted, we'll wait and see who comes out on top. As now Pawan Negi goes for the big heave, and has that gone? There's an appeal for caught behind and given, that's the end. 61 for 7 now. Another wicket gone down for RCB. Well, they've lost more wickets than they were hit sixes in this innings of RCB.
It's been an action-packed game already. It's just 4 overs that have been bowled and 7 wickets falling with a score of 61. Wow, what a game this is turning out to be. But I'm glad that RCB would be. I'm glad that RCB would be pleased that they do not have another over remaining. Otherwise, they would have been bowled out in just 5 or 6 overs.
Well, they do run the risk of getting bowled out if there was another over. But now, if it's raining wickets, means pitch not favourable for batsmen. Hope for a close match, says Jetaramji. The problem is that it's not about the wicket. The batsmen are throwing their bat at everything and trying to hit a shot every delivery, and that's why we've had so many deliveries or so many wickets fallen. Otherwise, as far as the wicket looks, it looks like quite a good wicket to bat on. The ball's coming onto the bat nicely, and I don't think the wicket will crumble anyway in the first 10 overs, which is the entirety of this game. So, it's not the wicket, it's just that the intent that is there. They want to score quickly and want to hit every ball, and that's why the RCB are losing so many wickets.
Well, they've got no other choice. Mohsin Mansari and Love Patel saying that no more predictions allowed. I think he's an RCB fan over there. It's a 61 for 7. Final delivery to be bowled, and Navdeep Sen, he's the batsman as he takes a single. Yes, a single is completed by Buys over there. So the target to chase for the Rajasthan Royals will be 63 in the 5 overs. It's pre-even Stevens, Karthik, I think.
Well, I think 63 should be a decent score. Well, we'll have to wait and see how they bowl to RCB. And 62, Shlok Gupta, you got it spot on. Your prediction, you said 62 will be the score at the end of 5 overs, and that is absolutely spot on. Wonderful job there. As now Vansh has also tuned in. Very warm welcome, brother. 5 overs and the score is 62 for 7. That means Rajasthan Royals need 63 to win from their 5 overs. Quickfire start from AB and Virat gone down the drain for Royal Challengers Bangalore. Time for us to take a quick break. We'll have a sip of water and we'll be back for the run chase with the news that the target is 63 for Rajasthan Royals in 5 overs. You stay tuned to Cricket Lounge and Sports Flashes. We'll be back in a jiffy.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a 3rd All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes Live.
Mika Häkkinen, the flying Finn from Helsinki, is on his last lap. Looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot, will go for it, and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live.
Sports Flashes.
It's time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio.
And what a performance by the number 3 seed, Saina Nehwal, who tomorrow will contest a third All-England semi-final.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
This is Sports Flashes live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap. Looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
You are listening to Sports Flashes live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes Live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
Hello everyone and welcome to Sports Flashes Cricket Lounge with Wali Siddiqui and Karthikeya Sinha. This is the contest between the Royal Challengers Bangalore and Rajasthan Royals, and it started at 11:26. The reason for that is because of the torrential rain over there, and it's a 5-over game each. So RCB have completed their 5 overs, have given a target of 63 to chase for the Rajasthan Royals, and it's Sanju Samson and Liam Livingston who will be opening the innings as of now, and it's Umesh Yadav who will be bowling the first over. The first ball is about to be bowled as he bowls one outside the off stump. Good tried to attempt the shot over there, but misses, and straight into the hands of the wicketkeeper Parthiv Patel. There was an appeal over there, and Umesh Yadav and Virat Kohli seem to be quite interested. Will they take the review? That is the question, and I don't think there was any noise over there. It's 0 for 0, so a decent start by Umesh Yadav as Samson misses the very first delivery.
Well, they'll have to get going from the word go of Rajasthan Royals because of the fact that, it will be not easy. They will, on their way, lose a few wickets as well. But just a quick reminder that 63 is the target for Rajasthan Royals to win this contest, as Amit Kumar says Smith will do the work today. But Sanju Samson is the one who's got stuck into the first one. And that's into the stand for 6.
Umesh Yadav doing his best once again. Ball the short delivery to Sanju Samson as he pulls one towards the mid-wicket region. The first 6 for the Rajasthan Royals this time around. It's 6 for no loss in 2 deliveries, and a positive start for them. And I'm sure if they get over 20-30 runs, they'll be backing themselves to chase down the target, because the RCB batsmen committed harakiri in the final 2 overs.
Final 3.5 overs. They had the first 9 deliveries, 35 runs, and then the next 21 deliveries, they lost 7 wickets and could only get to 62. So, well, it was the start of the best dreams, but then the ending of a nightmare. Tomorrow, we'll have Chennai take on Delhi Capitals. Rajneesh Kumar, that is a game that starts at 8 p.m. tomorrow. So we will bring you live coverage of that contest as well from 7:50 p.m. Indian Standard Time. But right now, concentrating on this game, RR versus RCB. It's 6 for no loss, chasing 63 to win. And Umesh once again bowls on the pad. And Sanju Samson this time works for away through towards backward square leg. That will be a 4 here. And a boundary for Samson takes the score to 10 for no loss. And along with Samson, it's Liam Livingston who's come out to open the innings. And Astute Survivor says, if Unadkat can bowl a good over, Umesh Yadav and Mohammad Siraj can do wonders. It would be foolish to rule out RCB. Well, you know what Umesh is doing right now, aren't you?
Umesh Yadav just asking for trouble over there. If he keeps on bowling short towards the leg stump, then he will get smashed all over the park by Sanju Samson. 10 runs coming already on the first 3 deliveries, and he needs to keep it outside the off stump, make it difficult for Sanju Samson. There will be assistance, and you can see he bowls it outside off stump, and Sanju Samson misses. So that's what he needs to do. He's an experienced player. Why doesn't he use his brains some of the time? I just do not understand.
Well, that's something that is quite difficult to understand, to be honest, because there have been, graduates and masters from Harvard University, Cambridge and all come down to analyze the brains of Umesh Yadav, how it works, and Sanju Samson as well, one of the subjects. But, well, they went back empty-handed, so who are we to decide what goes on their brains? Jitendra Sharma says, the biggest question from batsmen in our dugout, apart from Umesh, which bowler shall we target? Well, Umesh is already a target. They'll have to wait for the others as well, as now Samson drives one towards mid-on, wanted a single sent back there. A rare dot ball from Umesh. It's 5 deliveries bowled, 10 for no loss. Rajasthan Royals another 53 needed of 25 deliveries.
And a decent delivery once again, and every dot ball will add the pressure on the Rajasthan Royals over there. And Umesh Yadav just needs to stick to the middle and off stump. Abhishek Pandey is here with us, and he's asking us, what's happening? It's the score is 10 for no loss, and it's a surprise that you're listening to the English feed over here.
Abhishek Pandey, I know who you are, so are you understanding a word we're saying, brother? Because otherwise, challa hai. But on a serious note, though, I think RCB have themselves to blame. They got off to a great start, and then, once again, down the drain. That start went for them as Umesh now bowls a slowish Yorkish delivery, squeezed away to his backward point. Another dot ball.
4
deliveries in that over from Umesh. RCB crowd can't believe it. 1 over gone. It's 10 for no loss. The time you mentioned Harakiri, I was reminded that Harakiri was a word used by Sunil Gavaskar when Ishan took 7 wickets against England. Was an awesome test match, yes, and getting India a win at the Lords. I think over close to 26 or 28 years that win for India at Lords. That was great. And he was forced to bowl short delivery by MS Dhoni. Initially he wasn't willing to, but Dhoni said do it. As now we all know the rest is history. Jetharam, salute to you, sir, for remembering me and my country name. It's honor for me for remembering and reply. No problem, Jetharamji. It's a pleasure of ours, and you tune in with us every game. So absolutely, it's an honor for us to remember it, and we look forward to your comments every evening when the game starts. As Umesh is a default target, says Jitendra Sharma. I think you got a spot on. He's the black dot right in the middle of RCB field. It says bullseye written on him.
But he bowled quite a decent over, because if you remember, Jayadav Vanadkar also gave around 9 runs, and Umesh Yadav for a first over just conceding 10 runs. I think it is a decent over by him. 4 dot deliveries in that, a 6 and 4 being smashed in the second and third, but a good comeback by him nevertheless. And I think RCB are the ones who are currently having the upper hand with that good over. It's Navdeep Saini who now bowls in the second over, but meanwhile it's Liam Livingston who plays a pull shot with a short delivery, so a boundary once again. 14 for no loss, and it was a ball. It was bowled at a pace of 152.4 kilometers per hour, and that was a good shot by the England international.
Well, slightly shortish, back of length, and enough for Liam Livingston to back away, clear the front leg, and just log it. Heave it over mid-wicket for 1 bounce and into the fence for 4. So he's gotten off to a good start. He's on 4 of the first delivery. 49 needed of 23 deliveries. The score at the moment 14 for no loss for Rajasthan Royals. We're into the second over, and they have to pick up wickets and continue picking up wickets to RCB if they have to stand a chance of winning this game, and that too by a decent margin, because then only will they have that fine chance of getting through towards the playoffs. As now it's pulled in the air and over long on for a 6. I thought that was a top edge and will go to mid on. It sailed over long on for a maximum for Liam Livingstone.
And it was a short pair of similar stature against the Sunrise Hyderabad. He did the same against Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, was it? He bowled a bouncer and it was bang on. But what is Liam Livingstone? He just smashes one right over the bowler's head. It was a tennis shot. I think Roger Federer would have been quite proud with that. And it's over the long on boundary for a big 6. 20 for no loss after 1.2 overs.
Not very sure what Nigel Long is having word to the third umpire for, because that clearly sailed over the boundary rope, hit the fence and came back into the field of play. I think he possibly wanted to just check that did it kiss the spider web or the spider cam on its way, so that it could be called a dead ball. Some respite for RCB, but that was never the case. Straight away 6 for Liam Livingstone. He's on 10 of 2 deliveries, while Sanju Samson is on 10 of 6. 20 for no loss Rajasthan Royals as Navdeep Saini, who's bowling fast but being hit for runs. Another full toss this time. Oh, what an effort there. What an effort. Was that AB de Villiers? I think it was Henrik Klaassen there, putting in a full length dive to its right. Typical South African DNA of putting in such fielding efforts. But in the end, I think it'll be very harsh to say he's dropped it, because he made that effort possible. What a catch that would have been.
And he stopped a certain boundary over the
as well.
And every single or dot ball will have to be appreciated, because that was a poor delivery. It was a full toss. It was asking to be punished. It was miscued by Liam Livingstone, but it almost went for the boundary if Klaassen hadn't put his hand over there. But a good stop. If it wasn't a catch taken, it was a good stop. You'll have to say that. It's 21 for no loss. Samsung is on 10. Livingston is on 11 of 3. 42 now needed of 21 deliveries, and you can just see Virat Kohli is delaying the process over there. He doesn't want to go according to the batsman's plan. He wants the batsman to overthink and give his wicket away. It's 21 for no loss after 1.3 overs.
Now Sanju Samson pulls one away through towards deep square leg. There is a fielder out there, and it will just be a single for Sanju Samson. Both the batsmen on 11 each. It's 22 for no loss after 1.4 overs. Difficult to survive target also. Kohli, bad luck take away from the trophies as Jetaram. Well, obviously, they started off good, Jetaramji today. They got 35 of the first 9 deliveries, and after that it was down the hill, losing 7 wickets and not getting too many runs there for RCB. Now 41 required of the final 20 deliveries. Still anyone's game, I have to say. And Wally, will you be surprised if this one now, after all the delay, goes to a super over?
Wow, I can only imagine. It's 20.
I can't. I don't want to.
What a good delivery this time, bowled by Navdeep Saini. Another dot delivery. No runs taken. It's 41 now needed of 19 deliveries. RR can definitely feel the heat in spite of all the rain over there. It's 22 for no loss, and they will be the team under pressure because they know they still have an opportunity to get inside the playoffs. What a funny game it is. All their hopes can be tarnished in just 45 minutes of play.
Absolutely, and look at those speeds from Navdeep Saini. He started with 152, 135, 153, 151, and now the slow one of 113 kilometers an hour. So he's mixing up well, as now he will be hoping to end the over on a high and not give too many runs away. He's given away 12 of the over already, as he now charges in to bowl the final delivery of over number 2 with a word of advice from Umesh Yadav and Virat Kohli.
What has the world come to?
What has the world come to now? And a dot ball. Very important dot ball that for RCB. 2 overs gone, 22 for no loss. Rajasthan Royals.
Well, that's 2 dot deliveries. A boundary was saved by Klassen, and how crucial is that going to be? Because if you talk about the equation right now, though Bangalore might have lost 7 quick wickets, they did manage to get on the runs, and it was mainly because of the start that Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers had given. It's 22 for no loss. 41 now needed of 18 deliveries. The pressure is on the Rajasthan Royals. RCB have, well, I can't say nothing to lose since they're mathematically still in there, but it seems like a very difficult course for them to be in the playoffs, but they can always spoil the party of Rajasthan Royals. It's 22 for no loss. The required run rate is of 13.67. The current run rate is of 11, so it's obvious that RR will have to go bonkers in this over in order to stay alive in the game. And yes, Astute Survivor, he's saying that Virat Kohli dialing an MSD over here, delaying the time between balls, giving the time for the batsman to get confused with himself by overthinking, and that is exactly what he has done over there. It's 22 for no loss after 2 overs, 41 more runs required of 18 deliveries.
Rajasthan Royals can't take the wickets back home because they'll have to score the runs, and now Sanju Samson does exactly that. Hits one over long on, and a 6 there for Sanju Samson. 17 is what he moves up to, as now the score is 28. It's Kulwant Kijrolia who's bowling over number 3, and he's welcomed with a 6 by Sanju Samson. Length delivery, and again Sanju favouring the onside, goes over long on and collects a 6. Just the way to start, as now 35 are needed of final 17 deliveries.
Well, you really have to feel sorry for Kijrolia. It's his debut game in the IPL, and where does he come to bowl? When only 5 overs are allowed to be bowled by the umpires. It's a good delivery this time around, away from the batsman. He's a left-arm pacer. So along with the angle, Sanju Samson played that shot, and a single taken, and singles will not do much harm to the RCB camp. It's 34 now required of 16 deliveries. Sanju Samson is on 17 of 8, while Livingston is on 11 of 5. The runs required for the Rajasthan Royals are 34 of the final 16 deliveries.
Well, Virat Kohli still having a bit of a laugh and a banter with the RCB crowd that is there at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium. That's good to see, despite the fact that, they've had a few harsh words from the fans. Unnati Pandey, good evening, how are you? As why are there no more duels in IPL? The masala is missing. Where are the good old Pollard Stark days? I think mankind has gone on to learn some manners.
And how can you forget that MS Dhoni walked in the field and
exactly, MS Dhoni,
two
umpires, although Bruce Oxenford quickly ran away towards the leg umpire position, saying, I'm not getting involved in this. But the other Indian umpire, poor boy, as Dhoni stormed into the field. We've had a couple of instances as well, but obviously no one throwing the bat or ball. So far this IPL is now a single there for Livingston, who wanted to scoop it away on the onside. The single takes them to 30 for no loss after 2.3 overs. So they're halfway through the 5 overs. They've got 30. And in the remaining 15 deliveries, they need another 33 to the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Astute survivor Kulwant Kijrolia played last year, yes, but this year it's his first game, is what Wally meant, as a first outing this season. That poor guy comes in when he can only bowl 1 over, and the batsmen have smelled blood and they're going after him now. One dot ball was way outside off, went for their expansive drive. Did Sanju Samson beaten? And now cheers from RCB fans here. Good, decent over, I have to say, so far.
It's a good, decent over.
Yeah, only 8 off it, Wally, so far, if I'm correct.
And that's what the RCB bowlers have done right. Even when we were slacking Umesh Yadav, he came back strongly. He bowled it away from the off stump, and that's where he got the dot balls. Even Navdeep Sen, he did that in the previous over. It's now Kulwant Kijrolia who's doing the same over here. 2.4 overs, 34 no loss. And if you look at the bowling lineup for RCB, they have Himmat Singh, they have Washington Sundar as well. Colin, no, that was the bench in fact. They have Yuzvendra Chahal. So I think Yuzvendra Chahal might be getting an over in the very next one. But that's a big shot over long on this time by Sanju Samson. It sails over the boundary line. Another 6. So the second 6 of the innings, and a disappointing delivery over there. It was a length ball asking to be punished, and it gets the proper treatment by Sanju Samson.
Once again, a half volley just outside off. Enough room for Sanju Samson to open his arms and clobber it right of the middle of the bat. 92 meters over the side screen for 6. Marcus Stoinis is there, who can bowl Pawan Negi and Yuzvendra Chahal. So these are the bowling options that Virat Kohli has.
He has no other option because he's playing 5 bowlers over here.
Absolutely. So 5 bowlers, 5 over, 1 over each. 36 for no loss. Kohli shakes his head in disappointment, as now 27 are needed of the final 13 deliveries. 36 for no loss at the moment. Rajasthan Royals outside edge and through the vacant slip region. They'll go away to his third man for 4. Unlucky, I have to say, Kijrolia, giving away 18 runs in that over. It's 3 gone, 40 for no loss.
40 for no loss, and the runs coming in the final 2 deliveries. He did ball a couple of dot balls over there, but Sanju Samson and replying him in style, and he's playing a really good knock of 28 from 12. 2 boundaries, 3 sixes. Livingston on the other end is on 11 of 6, 1 boundary and 1 6. 23 runs now required of 12 deliveries. It might be Yuzvendra Chahal, it might be Marcus Stoinis. We'll only have to wait and watch, but I think it might be Yuzvendra Chahal who will bowl the penultimate over here.
Well, Yuzvendra Chahal should be the one who will bowl this one, and then you got Marcus Stoinis. I will not probably bowl Pawan Negi because of the nature of the wicket here. It is very easy to bat. The ball's coming onto the bat nicely. The ground, we've seen so many 6s here. So possibly Pawan Negi will be the one who will miss out. 2 overs remaining and 23 to get from the final 12 deliveries for Rajasthan Royals. Tenzing Sugrab still hoping RCB will win, while we've got Astute Survivor as well saying RCB.
Tenzing is supporting RCB because of Kolkata Knight Riders. Otherwise, Rajasthan Royals will have 12 points, and that will make Kolkata.
Oh, get it, Tenzing. Very smart, yeah. Like they say, someone's loss is someone's gain, and a loss here for Rajasthan Royals will be the gain for Kolkata Knight Riders. It's Yuzvendra Chahal, as we expected, to start fresh over. Starts off with a wide way outside off. The keeper can't gather it. They will pick up a single as buys as well. So will that be given as wide? No, it's not been given as wide. I'm fairly surprised. It was way outside off.
I think
that, or was that an edge?
No, I think he had shuffled away across the middle and off stump.
Still, look where the keeper tried to collect it. It was at the edge of the popping crease. So I'm not very sure what's gone there with Nigel Long. It should have been a wide, but in the end, just a run for RR. So they move up to 40 now for 1. 22 of 11 deliveries required.
22 of 11, first ball single, but this time it's a top edge by Sanju Samson, an opportunity for a wicket. There's a fielder coming underneath it. Pawan Negi was waiting for Umesh Yadav to take the catch, but he
did not.
He was standing still over there, and at the final moment he realized that he's not going to do anything, so it's better that I go for the catch, and he takes it. So 41 for 1. RCB are now back in the game. 22 runs now required of 10 deliveries, and it's still anyone's game. You can't rule RCB out at the moment.
It is Yuzvendra Chahal who's given them the wicket. Once again, good length outside off, going for that massive, expansive drive. And in the end, in the very last moment, it seems Umesh Yadav had backed out saying, no, generally you say mine. Umesh was said, not mine. And then Pawan Negi ran in to complete the catch. Gone is Sanju Samson off for 28. And now it's final 10 deliveries remaining, 22 to get. And Wally, is that a bit of rain coming down at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium?
Well, there is. I did see when Sanju Samson was walking off, the rain was getting into play once again. The question now will be that if the umpires will allow the play to go on, and if he doesn't allow, will the Duckworth Lewis work in favour of Rajasthan Royals? Because I've never seen a Duckworth Lewis in 5 over games.
Well, you have to have minimum of 5 overs both sides to get the Duckworth Lewis calculation. So if it rains, then it will be going on to I think it'll be called off. And now as we speak, covers are coming on, and well, we finally had some cricket, but the covers are coming on now. So we'll have to wait for official confirmation. So if RR wins today, they will go above KKR in the points table. Yes, Tenzin, no wonder you are happy. I think both the captains have shaken their hands. That means that it has been called off. The match has been called off, ended in a no result. So a point each for Rajasthan Royals and RCB. RCB with that are out of the tournament as far as the running for the playoffs is concerned. Disappointment for Rajasthan Royals, because they would have fancied 2 points here, and it started to rain, and that's that. It's been called off. The match has ended in a no result thanks to the rain. And Tenzin, Sungrab, Rawan, all of you tuning in, well, I'd like to inform you that the match has ended in a no result. It's been called off due to rain, and it's heavy right now at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium. So quickly we'll talk you through what happened today before we sign out. It was Rajasthan Royals who won the toss and opted to bowl first, and then they had to wait for 3 hours to bowl Rajasthan Royals because of the rain. And finally, when the match started at 11:30, it was a 5 over side affair, and RCB got off to a blistering start, but then in the end scored 62 for 7 in their 5 overs. Kohli getting 25, De Villiers getting 10, the rest all in single digits. As far as the wicket takers were concerned, 3 wickets for Shreyas Gopal, including a hat-trick today, couple for O'Shane Thomas, and a wicket each for Ryan Parag and Jaydev Unadkar. Then chasing 63 to win. It was 41 for 1 after 3.2 overs when rain interrupted play again, and the game was called off. Sanju Samson scored 28 and Liam Livingston remained not out on 11. So a match that was already reduced to 5 overs aside due to rain could not be completed. It's been called off, so both the teams will share a point each. Tomorrow it will be Chennai Super Kings playing host to Delhi Capitals at Chennai. I'm not very sure about that game as well because of the hurricane in the southern part of the Indian Peninsula. So we'll have to wait for tomorrow to see if that happens. But do tune in tomorrow at 7:50 p.m. local time, and then we will give you the latest updates of that contest as well. But the news tonight is that the match has been called off. All smiles are RCB and Rajasthan Royals, and the match has ended in a no result, washed out due to rain. So that's me, Karthik Sinha, along with Balli Siddiqui, taking your leave for the night. We'll be back tomorrow at 7:50 p.m. to bring you the coverage, updates and analysis of the contest between Chennai and Delhi. But till then, good night, goodbye, take care, and we'll leave you with the news. The match between Rajasthan Royals and Royal Challengers Bangalore has ended in no result thanks to rain. Goodbye and good night.
You are listening to Sports Flashes Live.
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. Pulls it back. Here's Ronaldo for the hat-trick. And Cristiano Ronaldo does it again.
Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. You are tuned into Sports Flashes.